it would appear that we have sustained what would be a critical situation. We have been punctured. Right, we have a critical puncture that's too big to repair. Right, there's no air left in that tube. Everything's level. Right, that is a critical systems failure. There's no air in that tube. I've left it open so no air can get in, but everything's coming out. That is flat. And actually, no problem. So we can lean over the sides. There's no ingress of water. It doesn't even cause a list. So a critical puncture does nothing to our performance. Let's see what it does to our speed against the tides. A little bit slower, there's a bit of drag. Yes, all right then, that's a successful test. Let's let the other two down. No, not really. What I want to do is test the front one at some point, but the rear one makes no difference. Or a massive failure in one is not a problem. And that's quite a big support for the boat. And that is flat, you can see it. That's gone. So if we were to catch something that ripped a hole in that, we'd still be alright. Some people say, what happens if you get a hole in your sib? Well, nothing. If it's in one side. Right, is it going to affect getting the wheels down? Let's see if we can still do everything we would do with a flat. Let's just stop that then. Right, so to land we'd have to lift Fartbox out of the water with a critical puncture. So it's not affecting anything there. Oh, I'll tell you what it might affect, rowing. Rowing. I hadn't thought of that. But, well, that's it. You don't think of it until you're in that situation. So that's going to be the test, is rowing. But we're okay. We're not taking on any water. So water would have to come over the top for us to sink. So if there was a wind and a wave height, that might be an issue. If waves were coming in. But we can get the wheels down safely. We're not sinking. We can move around on it perfectly, there's no issue. But this is the test. There is a buoyancy issue, obviously. You can feel the weight shift. The boat's not even bothered. No, it's going to be rowing. Rowing is going to be the issue because this is the row support here. Let's have a look. I'll tell you what, that ain't even affecting it. It's alright, man. Oh, I'll tell you what though, the oar is dragging in the water where it's low. So it's hard to bring the oar forward without going up. So you'd have to move everything out of the way and leave where your hand is completely clear. So you can lift the oar right out of the water easily without any problem. Yes, good. I like it. I like it a lot. Do you know what? Feels like it's just the base and that's keeping us afloat. I'll tell you what, let's try something else. But we're going to get very close to land to try this next party trick, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get very close to land here. So you'd have to be in flat conditions with the puncher. Let's get over here a second for this next trick. Right, we're in about 4 foot of water here. We're going to let down the other side. And then I'll just pull myself up on the slipway if anything needs to be done. But I'm going to let it down slowly. I just want to test stability. Keith, yeah. Right, that's no air in both tubes at the back. Right, let's test rowing. No problem, man. I just want to put fart box down a sec, but not start it. Transom holds, it's obviously loose. We've got full stability. Well, not obviously we haven't got full buoyancy, but we're stable. So we could puncture both sides and stay afloat. Let's have a little row around. So we'd have to sit right central in the sib, because obviously it's going to be hard to row here, being flat. I'll tell you what, that's alright, man. I like it. Right, what I'm going to do, we're going to row right hand to the middle, and I'm going to let the front one down. No, I'm only joking. I'm not letting the front one down. The two sides is right. What we'll try on the next test is just the front one with two inflated sides. And if that goes well, then one day we'll do one on one side. But I think this thing will float with all of them out. I'm not going to test that here tonight, but no, it's brilliant. Yeah, this is well stable. Transom moves when you push these in and that, but it's alright, man. Yeah, that's a successful test. Celine Dion. He is flat ape. Yeah, I mean it's stable. But let's get in. I don't want to get too brave here. Let's get in. So it might be tricky pulling this up with the wheels, engine on and flat. Let's just have a little look. Let's have a little test. Because I imagine as I try and pull it in, the transom's going to fold forward. Yeah, so I can't pull it in properly. I'll have to get all the weight off it and then do it. It'll be easy with fart box off it. So it's okay when it's in the water, but not when it's out. I mean, it's totally flat. You can see that. She's totally flat. We could fold it up, but it's still buoyant on the water.